Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Magic. Imagine two people who, for years, were always seen together, on stage, at the airport, even in their quiet, off-stage moments, suddenly vanish from the public eye. No quick hugs, no secret glances caught on camera, not even those small hallway chuckles like before. And from this single, small change, social media caught fire. Comments flooded in, wild speculations spread. They fought, they broke up, the relationship is over. But, is that really true? Or is there another story you've never heard? It all began with one simple thing, or at least, something that looked simple on the surface, yet it managed to shake every corner of social media. A tiny shift, but enough to make thousands of eyes start watching, wondering, and endlessly speculating. Jimin and Jungkook were no longer seen together as often as before. For fans who have followed their journey for years, that closeness used to feel as natural as breathing. Constant, effortless, and present in almost every moment. From massive international concert stages to laughter-filled practice rooms, from casual moments at airports to waiting for drinks in a cafe, they were like two shadows walking side by side. Every step, every gesture, seemed bound by an invisible thread. But now, the photos and videos circulating tell a different story. Jimin is seen more often with other group members, without Jungkook by his side. No quick hallway hugs, no soft laughter whispering into each other's ears, no stolen glances caught on camera like before. And, as an unspoken rule of the internet goes, this tiny gap was instantly filled with piles of wild assumptions. Comments poured across timelines. They fought. They've broken up. The relationship is over. Without considering other possibilities, some were quick to conclude that the absence of public appearances together was proof of trouble. But a bit of simple logic can easily counter that. Not being seen together does not mean their bond is broken. Their world is far bigger than just the public spotlight. There are packed schedules that sometimes pull their paths apart, professional responsibilities requiring different focuses, solo projects demanding time and energy, and personal lives they simply cannot share with everyone. Just like the rest of us, they are human, sometimes needing to walk their own paths, even while keeping the bond alive behind the scenes. Yet the internet has its own way of blowing things out of proportion. On social media, some even dared to spin narratives like, "Jimin is done. Jungkook is mad at Jimin." Some parties deliberately use this moment to push other relationships, twist the narrative, and bend facts to gain attention. Proof? None. All they have are cropped videos or photos twisted out of context, paired with opinions dressed up as truth. Ironically, all this noise erupted just a day after the anniversary of Are You Sure?, a show entirely dedicated to Jimin and Jungkook's time together. That show wasn't just entertainment, it was a living archive of two people who knew each other inside out, joked endlessly, protected each other without being asked, and became home to one another. It's hard to imagine anyone watching all the episodes and saying, "There's nothing between them." Right now, BTS is in Los Angeles preparing for their new album. The process is intense, hours of vocal rehearsals, exhausting choreography practices, creative meetings that sometimes run late into the night, and recording sessions demanding full focus. With a schedule like that, it's only natural they aren't always seen together in public. They are adults who understand priorities, and sometimes they must take different routes for the sake of the group. But those separate paths never erase the connection built over years. People also forget one important thing. The second season of Are You Sure has already been filmed. That means in the future, we'll once again see their warm, genuine moments. If their relationship truly ended, as rumors claim, would it make sense for them to spend time, energy, and heart recording such a project? Shared trips, carefree laughter, playful teasing, and supporting each other through exhaustion. Those can't be faked without a strong foundation. Even in small moments often overlooked, their closeness remains visible. Like when Jimin posted a group photo on Instagram story. Many quickly said, "Jungkook's not there." But if you look closely, it was actually Jungkook holding the camera, capturing that moment. We all know how much he enjoys photographing Jimin. A habit he's had for years, almost like a trademark reserved for someone special. There's also an unforgettable ARMY memory. In 2021, after their US concerts, the members had a short break. J-Hope and Taeyong went to Hawaii, while Jimin and Jungkook returned to Korea. When Jimin landed, Jungkook was already at the airport, waiting for him alone for almost 20 minutes, just to walk out together. Not many people would do that, especially after a tiring tour, unless there was genuine care. Jungkook has his own way of showing affection for Jimin. Not always through grand displays, but through consistent presence. Behind the scenes, whenever there's a chance, he's there. Even if they're not together 24/7, they remain connected. Many moments happen far from the noise of social media, never caught on camera. One thing is becoming clearer: Jungkook always chooses Jimin. From small decisions like picking a seat, to big ones like deciding who to travel with, his choice often comes down to one name: Jimin. Their relationship doesn't depend on public opinion or the number of photos together. They know true closeness doesn't need outside validation. Their intimacy shows in simple gestures: Jimin leaning on Jungkook's shoulder, Jungkook fixing Jimin's hair, or his hand automatically resting on Jimin's back in a crowd. These aren't camera stunts, but habits born from years of comfort and closeness. Offstage, their emotional bond feels even more real. Sometimes they just exchange glances and laugh, as if speaking in a language only they understand. In interviews, when one speaks, the other listens intently, often already predicting the next sentence before it's spoken. Their support for each other is never half-hearted. When Jungkook released his album, Jimin was one of the first to congratulate him privately, without making a big public gesture. Likewise, when Jimin had an important performance, Jungkook often left warm comments behind the scenes. Public acknowledgement isn't their main goal. What matters is knowing and feeling that the support is there. Even tiny details, like wearing clothes or accessories gifted by the other, sharing songs with personal meaning, or simply sitting in the same studio while working on separate projects, become subtle signals of their intimacy, often missed by the public eye. These are the puzzle pieces that form the mosaic of their relationship. What they have goes far deeper than close friendship. It's the result of years of sharing stages, traveling across countries, going through ups and downs together, and sharing both laughter and tears. Even when the stage lights go off, that bond remains, unshaken by distance or time. They don't feel the need to share every detail of their relationship on social media to prove anything. For them, the relationship belongs to the two of them, not to the public. So instead of drowning in baseless theories or fabricated narratives, it's better to focus on what's real. Two people who respect each other, support each other, and have chosen to be by each other's side for years, no matter how many storms of rumors try to pull them apart. In the end, Jimin and Jungkook's relationship doesn't need a long-winded explanation. Just look at how they live, and you'll see. The bond is real, strong, and built with sincerity. So, before we swallow the rumors whole, let's remember, not being seen together doesn't mean the bond is gone. There are things cameras will never capture, glances only they understand, little habits that never fade, and choices that always seem to lead to one name: Jimin for Jungkook, and Jungkook for Jimin. At the end of the day, a true relationship isn't measured by how often they appear in public, but by how they continue to care for each other behind the scenes. Thank you for watching Jikook Magic. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because there are still many more stories that will make you say, they've always been one for the other.